Oh, I know how to levitate up off my feet, and ever since the 7th grade I learned to fire breathe. And though I feed on things that fell, you can learn to levitate with just a little help. Learn to levitate with just a little help. Calm down, calm down. Cowards only come through when the hour's late and everyone's asleep, mind you. Now show up, show up. I know I shouldn't say this, but a curse from you is all that I would need right now, man. Calm down, calm down. Cowards only come through when the hour's late and everyone's asleep, mind you. Now show up, show up. I know I shouldn't say this, but a curse from you is all that I would need right now, man. Danger in the fabric of this thing I made. I probably shouldn't show you, but it's way too late. My heart is with you hiding, but my mind's not made. Now they know it like we both, and for some time I'd say the smirking at first blood, the circling above. But this is not enough, yeah, this is not what you thought. No, no, we are not just graffiti on a passing train. I got back what I once bought back in that slide. I won't need to replace this culture is a poacher of overexposure. Not today, don't feed me to the vultures. I am a vulture who feeds on pain. Sleep in the well-lit room, don't let the shadow through. And sever all I knew, yes, sever all I thought. I could depend on my weekends on the freezing ground that I'm sleeping on. Please keep me from, please keep me down from the ledges. Better tested wooden wedges under doorways. Keep your wooden wedges under doors. Chorus verse, now here comes the 8. Wait, habits here too, you're the worst. Your structure compensates, but compensation feels a lot like rising up to dominate by track. To at least they all know all they hear comes from a place. Oh, I know how to levitate up off my feet, and ever since the 7th grade I learned to fire breathe. And though I feed on things that fell, you can learn to levitate with just a little help. You can levitate with just a little help.
So this is goodbye. This is goodbye. So this is goodbye. This
patterns with a broken sound. You're the only one that can calm me down. My head spins in circles, so I'm dizzy now. All of this time I should have figured it out. I'm a free animal, free animal. I'm a free animal, free animal. Free animal, free animal. My heart beats in patterns with a broken sound. Free animal, free animal. You're the only one that can calm me down.
Ladies and gentlemen, what's up? How we doing? My name is Bax. Welcome to this Direct Strike tourney. We got a match coming up here in just a second for you guys. All right, let's go ahead and let's take a look at the bracket here real quick. So checking out the bracket here, you see we do have 12 teams in the first round with 2 teams on the bye. Legend of the Gabos and Salty Rage waiting in the second round. We'll see what happens. We're just waiting to get a match because, as you know, people are too late, people are this, people are that. So we're just figuring out some finagles, if you will. My name is Bax. Welcome to the Baxcast. I enjoy casting. Who would have thought? And we are here on this Direct Strike Standard tournament. Last turn I was casting was the Commander mode of the game. And I'm excited to be bringing this 3v3 standard format to you. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So right now, let me go ahead and get you guys. Let's get into let's at least get into a lobby screen here, so you guys can see. We're just talking, getting a game up. There's gonna be a delay on stream for those who are concerned about such things. Makes sense, considering it is a tournament. So we're gonna have a good time today, guys. I've been playing actually a lot of the standard mode to try to get brushed up on the ideas and strategy. It is very different from Commander mode for those who play a lot of the Commander mode. Looks like we do have a match. A match will be coming up here pretty soon, as you can see, which will be excellent. I can't wait to get some action up here. Typically, the strategy in standard format, in the 3v3 standard format, is mid control is king. You gotta control mid. If you ain't controlling mid, you're gonna have a bad time. That's about it, right? So we will see if other teams do adapt to this. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Saturday. I'm having a wonderful Saturday so far. I'm having a great time. We are just getting started here. And happy day to you guys. It's gonna be awesome. So we are looking to get this tournament going and started. Getting the first round in. These are gonna be best of 3 matches. Let's just add the friend request here. We should be able to send that back. Boom. And now we'll get the invite. We'll go to spec. We'll get a map going. So in the standard format, very similar to StarCraft in its original form, StarCraft 2 in its original form, which is you got your three races. I don't know if you guys know about this. There are three races in StarCraft. It is Terran, Protoss, and Zerg. These three races fight for control of the universe. I mean, that's, it is what it is. So we're going to be, these three races, they have their strengths, they have their weaknesses. And these are things that are utilized. A really common idea in StarCraft is to have the like, for example, let's take Zerg versus Terran. That's usually a matchup early game that Terran has to micro heavily. Add Nedved number what? Okay. Well, uno momento, por favor. Nedved number 2446. Oh snap! Oh snap! Are we rocking? Are we moving? Are we in it? Is this happening? Is this real life? Oh snap! It's real life, team. It's real life. So if you look at like Terran versus Zerg, in like a Terran versus Zerg, you have a like Terran will go Marines early, right? And then you got Zerglings, you have Banelings, you have those kind of things, right? And that can make it very difficult to try to you have to micro as Terran, you have to micro your Marines, or else you're just gonna die. In this game, you don't have the ability to micro position of your units once sent. So Terran has to come up with some clever ways to try to stop an early Zerg attack, the swarm, if you will. A good way to do this that a lot of people utilize from my experience is you put Marauders up in the front line, you put some Marines in the back line, try to protect that high DPS unit of the Marine. But that's going to be the most interesting thing for me is seeing these early battles over mid control. These are best of threes up front, and then we have a best of 5 in the final. So we will be seeing what we can put together. So right here, looks like we're just waiting for one more. Potentially. We'll see. Maybe. I don't know. Who knows? So yeah, StarCraft. For those who are curious what this is Direct Strike. Direct Strike is a mod. It is an arcade game inside of StarCraft 2, which is free to play. Highly recommend playing it. One of the best games ever made. And this mod is a tug of war game. So the idea is you have a spawn point, a spawn box, and you get to place units in this box, and then they will automatically send every just over 60 seconds. That's it. And then they move from both sides. They go to center. Uno momento, por favor. So, with that being said, the whole principle of the game, let's go to this bracket here. The whole principle of the game here is to try to control mid because you get extra resources. You get an extra resource boost for controlling the mid. And I think that's kind of the way it goes. Now, actually, if we have a DQ here, boom, 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 boom. So the whole idea is it's a tug of war map. You're building units. You're trying to put the units over to the other side of the map. And if you are able to do that, then you win the game. So that's the whole idea and the whole principle of this game is that you are trying to get to the other side of the map, destroy your opponent's building, their fortress, if you will. And if you do that, you win. Okay, well, we may have to wait just a second. Guys, splash screen hype. Am I right? The hypest of splash screens. I'll get a tune. I'll get some tunes up here, guys, and I'll be back in like super soon, like the soonest of soons. So soon, it'll be crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we have a match. Get pumped. It's time to play, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. It's game time. Hooray! It's game time, team. Let's go. Direct strike here, 3v3. We got the team on the left with Lowland Jr., Lock and Bomber. Ferretti, AFC, and Pax on the right side. We got 3v3 here in the standard format. It's gonna be sick. I'm excited, and I will explain more of the rules as soon as we get in here. Thank you, everybody, for joining me today on this wonderful, lovely Saturday. I'm excited to be bringing you the matches and walking us through this tournament. As we get into it here, ladies and gentlemen, you can see here. Whoops, want to go there. So, the way the map works. You can see here, towards mid, they will move together. We will have them reach the middle. Looks like a very Reaper heavy start. I like that in a TVT. Looks like it might not quite pan out though. And it's gonna be Orange taking control. You'll see the color changes. You see that? Color changes for the team. You can see up here in the production what's being researched. We have a person on each team going up towards that tier 2. Tier 2 tech will be evident pretty soon. It was a swarm of Zerglings in nothing. So this is gonna be, this one Zealot probably not gonna have a good time. If I had to guess. Let's get to the, okay, there we go. Looks like I will need to move that thing around a little bit here, but we can do that in a bit. The shots coming in here on these Marauders. Looks like this fight will be won. No problem. And then we're actually going to want to, we're going to turn this off. All right, cool. So let's go through this real quick. We do have Terran, Protoss, and Terran versus Protoss, Zerg, Terran. So that does put us with a, orange versus blue in the TVT. Scan comes in here, making sure they can get through the DT there. Hydra is very good against, it's actually kind of interesting. Hydras are great against Archons, but the Archons are also great against Hydras. Hydras usually have a better spread though, so they're able to stay alive. So far, mid control being fought for. Nobody has dropped a gas. It's important to note. Nobody dropping a gas here in this format because it is really important to try to control mid to get the extra mineral boost. If you let somebody else do that, that's going to cause a problem. Nice push here. Blue maintaining control. Because once again, you see a lot of the abilities get used on the previous wave as soon as that's left over. So they're trying to push for mid, but not quite going to get there. This is going to be an easy win for blue with all these Reapers. All these Reapers. You can see these units here. 54 kills on just this one Reaper I clicked. Man, that's a veteran Reaper and a half. They're getting some damage. Are they actually going to be able to break through? They do break through. They get a little bit of damage here on the bunker, and that's going to start to add up. More Archons are coming in for the Protoss towards center. Zerg trying to fight through this, but Archons are, I don't know if you guys know, but Archons are pretty good against Zerg. Pretty good against Zerg. Trying to do damage here. Nice fight there. Now, actually, those Archons did such a good job. It looks like Orange may be able to maintain control. These Marauders are going to have to get through on the Stalkers. And they actually do a great job. So right now, Orange has wrestled control. We still see no gas, no gas. No gas. No tier 2 yet for blue. Checking, they do, let's see. More, wow, Freddy really going into the Reaper, seeing that he is in that matchup. We have the Zerg player here going for these Hydras. More Hydras as well. You can see here some Adepts in the center. Hard stack on Bio in the back line here. The Archons putting the Zealots behind. Very smart. That means the Archons are going to start to take the shots to soak. Zealots are going to push through from behind. Then you have a nice spread here on all of these Bio. So a very interesting matchup, but once again, no gas taken. Back to the action. We do see tier 2 being researched right here for red. And that is our Protoss player. They're pushing back now. Blue has stacked it up. Are they going to be able to look at all these Reaper bombs going off? Who's going to be the one who's going to be able to get there? It doesn't look like... It looks... Wow, I can't believe that Orange actually just won that. That's insane. Towards mid, we do have the Archons doing a great job against all of this Bio. They're going to be moving forward. They're going to absolutely chomp through this. These Lurkers are a great addition, but they're going to go down very quickly. Much better against maybe Immortals, you might think. These Archons are going to soak that quite well. The Guardian, or not the Guardian Shield, sorry. The Hallucinations on the Archons has put forward. Still not a single gas on the map. That's how important mid control is, and right now it fluctuates, but it is going in favor of the Orange team. The Orange, I should say Team Orange, Team Lowland Junior. Push comes through. All these grenades going out. Orange actually gets sucked off to the right side. What a play. What a smart play from Blue. Is it going to pay off, though? No. The answer is no. Orange team still pushing through. Archon's going to be pushing forward. The attacks coming in. Absolutely swarming through, and we might actually see a bunker go down here. Is it going to happen? The damage is going through. It's almost down. Out of shield. Are they going to be able to tickle it a little bit? Yes, they do. Down to 321. And that's getting close. But that actually gives a full wave for red. The cannon does help with that. Those you saw, those hallucinations soak a lot of damage, but there is nothing on the front line right now for the red player. This Bio is absolutely crushing through these Stalkers. Stalkers, a brittle unit you usually want to get a front line in front of. I'm sure red would love a line of Zealots right about now. Unfortunately, that takes time to build, and by then, it may be too late. All of these grenades for Orange, absolutely destroying the blue wave. And this is going to be more damage on the Photon Cannon. Is it going to be enough? It's going to be down to 100. There it is. We have our first cannon down. And I fully expect to see some gas go up here for our team who just got that cannon down. We actually do see, we see Pax immediately drops the gas. Immediately drops gas here. Interesting. So actually the team that got the bunker has not gassed at all. No gas. You see that? Zero of the gas. But we do see Pax right here dropping the gas. Interesting. Usually that's what some people will do when they are trying to counter after something happens. We do see the tier 2 going up here for blue. You can see that up in the production. Bio versus Bio, some Stalkers with Blink in the back line. Doing a great job with that damage. We have tanks starting to show up here, and I think we might actually see this top team go gasless. If they didn't drop a gas after getting the bunker, I don't think they're going to drop a gas now. They have the edge, and they're going to keep pushing that edge. You have this tank here. More tanks are probably going to come through, and it's going to be absolutely insane. Lurkers go down quite quickly. They're starting to push down onto the Nexus. A big blink back from Pax. Smart play here, trying to get these units back to make sure that they get help from this cannon and stay alive as long as possible. Another shot from there. That's going to go down. Still a second gas. A second gas goes down for Pax here. This is a very, very greedy and potentially dangerous play, as we do see the first gas for our top team go down for both orange and teal. Red, this is red acknowledging here we're going to late game. This is a very, you can imagine in regular StarCraft, in the actual StarCraft 2 mod, not mod, sorry, the actual game, if you will. This is like building a third CC in base early kind of a thing. Like you're taking a risk that you hope to pay off later if it doesn't get punished. The problem is that sets you really far behind in income and they're already losing ground. Red fighting back, but unfortunately one of them is gonna have to be able to get through 2 waves. Normally at this point you want to start to see some siege units come out. Look at this absolutely insane ball o bio. Pushing down, actually, wait, we might be seeing it. The push comes through. There's still red units alive. Pax, these immortals staying alive might just do it. These Reaper Blue, unfortunately, does not have enough juice to stay alive, and these tanks absolutely shred all that through. That's the hope right there. Pax's units actually are staying alive, but they aren't able to actually push through Orange's wave right here. Orange has these tanks in back of all this bio, and they're doing so much work holding everything back. In fact, this tank is gonna stack up, and this is gonna be dangerous. The tanks are stacking up on future waves. Disruptors come through with the shots. That's gonna take out a lot of the ground units. Towards bottom, we do see this tank still alive, trying to stack up. Looking at the gases, we don't see any change in the gases. We do see blue here. Blue here has dropped their first gas as well. Now you'll note, for those who don't know, these gases you'll see here, as I come down here to show an example, and purple plate of gas, by the way. When this goes down, this meter right here, when this is all the way down, then this has paid for itself. And it is now netting a profit. But you can see just how long it sets you back. So it is always a risk. I wouldn't, with the fact they dropped 2 here, this fourth one opens up at the 10-minute mark. We are at the 11:30 mark here. Still the pressure from these tanks. But the other issue, these medevacs will not get auto-targeted. Look at this. They go right underneath. They're going to keep this. They're going to keep going forward, trying to attack things that are more dangerous. So these are going to actually stay up on top. Coming down towards front. Are they going to be able to do it? These Archons are soaking quite a bit. We do have a Tempest. Out in the middle, these Tempests shoot from long range and deal significant amounts of damage. Is this Tempest going to stay alive? Pax may have been going for the late strat and may have found exactly what the doctor ordered. Tempest. We could see a few of them line up here, and if they start to stack behind this line, look at this. It's so far back. Dealing, I believe, 50 for each recoil shot. And it's just going to keep chipping away. If this can stay alive and continue to stack, this might be the answer that the red team, that the team with the red player on it may have been looking for. It's kind of isolated out here, this Tempest. In a little bit of a dangerous spot. There's not enough AA to get rid of it though, and this is gonna actually push, and this could stack. We could actually see the Tempest stack with Red's wave. Again, it could have survived an entire wave. Let's find out. Disruptor shots coming through. Here are more Tempests. Look at the range on these things. Is this one gonna stay alive? It's out in front right now, and no, it does go down, but we have 2 behind that one that are now going to start to stack again. This could be what is necessary. We'll see if it works. Moving up towards center, these disruptor shots are good, but on the Immortals, it's not going to do too much. Nice play from the Tempest here. Looking at our gases, we do have yellow, did drop a gas. Forgot to mention that one, but they did drop a gas a little while ago. You can see that, but these ones have almost paid for themselves. We do see tier 3 for purple. Tier 3 coming in here for purple. Once they get this research, they will be going up to those big units, the Ultralists, the Broodlords. They're going to have access, and we'll see if it's enough. They might actually go into Broodlords, go for the air attack to try and start to stack up the siege units. That's a good way to get back in this. If you can stack up a whole bunch of siege units, play for late game. The only second gas we've seen is Pax, who went greedy, and it might just pay off. It's almost paid for itself so far. Everybody else on 1 gas, but Pax looking to continue to get these Tempests out. Now, you got to keep in mind, having that gas will not equate to having mid-control. This team has had mid-control for a long time. This is a ton of extra resources. Towards front. The Vikings are coming out to get rid of all this stuff in the air. Is it going to be enough, though? They don't look to have enough survivability. They're going to go down pretty quick. Shots coming through the push. I think all these are going to go down. Towards front. This is going to be a nice battle. Are the Tempests enough, though? It doesn't look like it. There's way too many units here. These Tempests do not have enough of a front line, and they will certainly be going down. They have... One goes down, two goes down, maybe the third one, and yes, they do not survive just yet. If we get a front line in front of those things for an entire cycle, you can see, though, they were up here pressuring, and they have pushed back about halfway. Not having this bunker as a ways to try to stop the push from coming through. That lurker finally goes down. We do see it's 4 Tempests now. They are going into Tempests. They're gonna rest their laurels on this play, and it's gonna be necessary. They don't have another option. 4 Tempests on the wave with blue. A lot of Vikings. Vikings are way more cost efficient than Tempests are, but the Tempests are so far behind. They just can't be touched. And if they only scratch the shields, it looks like this one may go down. 25, one more shot does take it out. 2 here, and this one stays alive with shield, so that can regenerate. Looks like we do have more Vikings, though. The answer's coming in for the other team as they continue to try to push to kill this Nexus. Going back towards the action, we do have all these siege tanks stacking up, but they can't shoot up. They only shoot down. They shoot the ground, man. The cannons are pointed diagonal upwards, but I don't know. They shoot the ground. You get it. The Tempest still trying to survive here. You can see that this does shoot. It does shoot here. You can see that laser going out, doing damage, and helping out. You can see the radius. These siege tanks can sit towards the edge of that radius, but they will be in range for the most part. You can get barely. Sometimes you can get lucky and get them to siege just outside this line, and they can't barely get in range if they had vision of the Nexus. Call this the crease. This is the crease for any hockey or lacrosse players out there. Moving back towards center. They're actually pushing, but this is always the wave. This orange wave just doesn't get dealt with. It can't be stopped. It's so much bio. The tanks offer so much support. A great wave so far for Orange. They've done a really good job building into this wave. Oh, look at Purple's play. Purple tries to send some lings out to the right side, stack them up over here so they go around to those tanks. Unfortunately, it's not enough. The tanks are alive. These Void Rays are going to chew through the Tempest if they get up in range. So far, they haven't been able to. Disruptor shots come down. The Adepts dodge adeptly. The Tempests are just doing so much work here. Getting those upgraded, the shots, everything going down. If they're able to stay alive here, we do have tier 3 you can see here for the teal for teal, turquoise, maybe. Ooh, we have a call for Vipers. Actually, that was actually a ping, I think, from the other team. But looks, the pressure's going to be coming down here. They're getting through these waves. They get the scan off to see what was happening, so you can scan as well. There's damage on the Nexus, though. It's down to 1690. Look at all these Vikings. The air is not going to last. This actually might be it. They're going to land the Vikings. The Vikings come down. Will they be able to chew through this? It's down to 1550. They don't have enough firepower to actually get any kill on the Nexus, but they are starting to put the pressure on. You can see all of the medevacs as well staying alive. They're going to be able to heal units in future waves. So many Tempests, but they don't stop the ground. That means that they're going to be able to take some more damage. 1400, down to 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There is game, ladies and gentlemen. Well played. In first round, goes over to Lowland, Lock, and Bomber. Going out to the score screen here, that was well played. Actually might want to change the spectator mode. I think I might give a quick change on the spectator mode here. Great game all around. Let's go to, I think we go to gameplay? Or is it graphics? We'll do it full observer and replay, probably that one. I think we just do default. Let's just do default. Let's do default and see how that works. So great game. Great game. That first one, you saw that it really mattered about controlling mid. It was incredibly important to control mid. And we'll see if they're able to. Oh, we'll see if they're able to get more mid control early. It was kind of back and forth.
The point in going tier 2 with Protoss against tier 2 Zerg in the first wave is that you most likely will always lose. But if he will do that again like last time, then I will win. Too much Hydra.
I don't know how that's even happening. Okay, well, you heard the guys. I'm sorry. I mean, oh, now we go to an interview. We go to an interview with our player. Who we go to the interview, and they said because the interview that we knew we were doing about the Hydra. So actually, it was interesting to hear that about the tier 2 and because of the going Hydra. So tier 2, for those who don't know, costs 250 minerals. Paying 250 minerals early, it can be quite a sink. Now we do see the lineups here as well. You have Terran versus Terran in the top lane. You're gonna have Protoss versus a random from Pax in the middle lane, and then you have Terran on the bottom against Zerg. So this is the lineup, so you know the matchups. Let's say ready when y'all are. GG and good luck. We'll get round 2. We'll get round 2 popping here. We'll see how it goes. Good luck. Have fun. So we actually have a switch to Terran here from Pax. Pax was the Tempest in the previous match. So we'll have to see if that's going to be an interesting change. So if that's going to be a change that works. So we have Terran versus Terran. We have Protoss versus Terran, and we have Terran versus Zerg. We have every Terran matchup, ladies and gentlemen. And since Terran is, the best, that makes sense. Okay. So it looks like we will have I actually like that we will have this this more standard setup, because I will be able to see upgrades. So that's great. I'm stoked. Let's put production up here, wherever that is. Perfect. So we can see what is being produced at any given time. Looking at gases, no gases so far. And ladies and gentlemen, we have the exact identical start. Nice use of the bombs here, pushing those back. Last time it wasn't enough, and this time it's not enough. Who would have thought? So close though, very, very close. So we'll see what they have to edge out. Now it's all about placement. It's all about these very minute placement changes for these players in this format. So sometimes, you can put like one over here. You can put like a couple Reapers over here to try to have them flank, to try to get a concave. We actually do see the movement. We see them readjusting, repositioning, trying to get the angles required. This is going to be a great win here for this Protoss. They do have the Guardian Shield going up, which is actually reducing some of the damage, reduced by 2. All right, here's the Swarm. The Swarm gets around. The Baneling does not make contact. This Baneling does make contact, but it's too little, too late. A couple going down, but right now it's a rough start so far. No tier 2, for the record. We had a tier 2 on each side before. We don't have any tier 2 this time. Still no gases, as to be expected in the standard format. In Commander, you'll see everybody gassing as fast as possible. One upgrades already for Orange. That's super fast. No upgrades for Purple so far, and Orange is already taking extreme control. They seem to have a great dial-in for how that needs to look in the front. They actually did a great job trying to anticipate right here with the diagonal and the early setup. And now look, they actually bring it way out, going Reaper Marine alternating in a single line. Value at 1080 here. You can see some of them have these have the things. This is the premium Premium little trophies for supporting Direct Strike, which I recommend everybody do. I do need to move, it looks like. Let me move this. Give me uno momento here. Yeah, that looks all right. There we go. So now you guys can actually see things. Still nothing. Look at the production over here. Nothing. Nothing in production. Income is going to be in the favor. You can see the difference. Here's the difference. Top team getting that 50 extra. 50, 40 extra, right? Minerals. At the harvest rate. At the rate it goes up, you can see here's them going up here. Still though, let's go back to the production. We do have tier 2 for orange going up here. We'll see if that's going to matter. This is the one they've already been putting a lot of pressure with their unit setup. It'll be interesting to see if they start to go tanks. It'd be pretty early to do it, but they might just do it. Yellow, 1 attack. No armor so far. Red is going to respond in center and go up for tier 2 as well. Oh, well, that's clever. Is that gonna, oh, wow, ladies and that is sick. 1 Marine. This Marine is baiting out grenades from the Reapers. So the Reapers run up. And they throw grenades because they sense the unit, right? Because the abilities are auto-cast. And that way, when it comes down to the actual fight in the back line, these Reapers are going to have all their charges ready, and the other Reapers have already used theirs. Very intelligent play there. The attacks come through towards front. It's just not enough. The bio, normally Zerg has a great time with bio because you can build 10 jillion Marines and Banelings. Pressure on the cannon. The cannon might go down. Is the cannon going to? Yes, Marauders putting out so much damage against armored units and structures, of which the photon cannon is one, and that is going to be a cannon down. Do we see any immediate gas? No. Instead, we see an immediate tier 2 tech. And we do have Teal also almost completed with their tier 2 tech. Attacks coming down now. Pressure being put on. Once again, top team in control. The medevacs trying to heal through. Gonna have a bad time though. The Zergling Swarm comes through, but look at all this the Baneling hits that have been wasted and can't be used against this. Look at the excellent play here. Putting the Marines as far back as possible. Look at them just shoot through the Zerglings. Great positioning here from Yellow. All of these are so far behind the Marauders. And look at these Reapers just to disrupt a little bit. It's such a smart play. No gas, not a single gas on the board right now, ladies and gentlemen. And we do see the tank. Once again, tanks 0-0 so far. Looking at these at tier 2, they have gone up to the 2-2. They might actually even be able to push through. We do see packs going for siege units again, starting much earlier this time. I think that's a smart play. I think you have to start to do that. This actually being disabled might let it stack up with the next wave. This might have been really, really unlucky. Will it stop in time? Will the Zergs get there? Will the Zerglings get there to save it? Will it get saved? No, not quite. If they can get that stacked up, that's going to be pretty important. We'll see what PAX decides to do, continuing to move forward here with just the 1 tank so far. 2 tanks for orange. Nothing in the production so far, though. Let's go to the very high APM counts, I'm sure. Active forces. That's pretty cool. So this is the amount of resources that every single player has as they're going through this. And of course the timers for when the waves will go. So you can see these 2 waves are spending more. This one, since you'll see that waves that have longer probably have spent less because they're waiting to see what's happening, waiting to make strategic decisions in those 60 seconds before the next wave is sent. Back to the action, you can see this is the bomb that comes out of the Raven. Has made these medevacs a little bit more susceptible to damage. Lowland trying to be cute here. The attacks coming through. These Hellbats just soaked like a crazy person. Uh-oh. So
Game resumed.
okay, so we are back in it. So once again, the tank's starting to stack up. Trying to move forward. Medevacs on each side going to be doing a lot of healing here. We do have these Marauders. If these Marauders get in range, keep in mind Marauders put out insane amounts of damage. You can't see here armored. This is an armored structure. They would do a ton of damage. Now, like I said, remember when I said these siege ships can siege up just outside the line? This one is in range, but it's not going to matter. They're actually going to be able to continue the pressure. Shots coming through. Zerg's able to clear this wave, but isn't going to be enough because Yellow, you can see they're saving up. Excuse me, they're at 600. Unfortunately, I did miss a gas here. That's my bad. We have 3 gases that have gone down. Teal's got 1. We got red with 1 as well. And of course, blue. 3 other players. So we're split 50-50 on people who have and have not gas coming up on the 10-minute mark here, just past the 9. Attacks through. Now you'll see the auto targeting. Once these medevacs are not auto targeted, they're going to be. These are going to be continuing to stack up wave after wave because they're going to continue to put out all of these all of the healing. Tank versus tank. The ones that are sieged usually end up winning that. Will this one survive? Will we have some survivors? I don't think so. Yeah, it's not going to be in time. If that does happen though, oh, those storms are huge. Those storms absolutely eating up so much Zergling health. And it's all the Zerg can do just to get through the remnants of the previous wave. It gives Yellow a full push here. Oh my, Freddy has so many Reapers. Liberators are the answer for Bomber. Liberators, an insane unit, siege unit from the top. One-shotting Marines, and once those Marines are dead, nothing will be able to kill these Liberators until the next wave comes out. And there's only a few Marines in this one. This actually could be the thing that really turns this game in favor of our top team and moves them into the next round. A victory here would put them forward. Nothing can hit these. Nothing can hit these Liberators. They can do whatever they want. Nothing can shoot up into the sky. They are just picking off unit after unit. These storms are absolutely insane! Everything dying! And the Liberators just chilling. You can see they actually are going to, they're staying alive so long, this wave will expire soon. And everything going the way of the top team here, going for win number 2 in a best of 3. You can see here, Yellow did drop a gas. We did have extra, actually everybody has dropped a gas at this point. 1 gas apiece for all. Shots coming up here from the Marines. We're gonna say the attacks come through. These tanks are just stacking up a little bit too much here. Now, once again, ooh, I almost wonder, you can auto-control some abilities, and if you auto-control the ability of the storms, probably could have saved those to wait for the Zerg wave to come in, but alas, they still had enough because of how much they were able to charge up energy. Keep that in mind as well when you do play units that have energy. Like, we'll look at this Raven, for example. You can see the energy is going up here, down in the bottom left. Look at all the time it has to charge that energy up. As much time, it has so much time. Same with the Medivacs. And as noted, same with the High Templar, which cast out those psionic storms. Tier 3, going up here for red. I'm not sure if that's for Battlecruiser. It could be for BC, or it could be for the Thor. I would assume BC. BC is probably going to be a great choice to get a few of those out. BC at least would be a good way to try to make that happen. We do have some Phoenix out here as well. Storm still coming down, doing a lot of damage. The deck comes through here, you see all these Widow Mines. Look at all of them. Holy smokes. Moving up towards the front here. Orange is still in great control. Red team now doing a great, red player. I'm interested to see what the tier 3 decision will be, and it's Thor. It's actually Thor. I find that really interesting. Already at 2-2 here, but I think that, I mean, I guess these Void Rays and the Vikings would come in here and cause some problems. We do have yellow going up for both the second guess and for that tier 3 here. Once again, these Liberators just doing so much work. Shots coming through. Vikings actually don't have upgrades. It's going to take them a little bit to get to, actually Liberators don't have upgrades either, so they'll probably be pretty close. Pretty close to even. That goes in favor of Vikings because Liberators don't shoot back when they're in siege mode. Bio up front, trying to attack through. This Thor goes down almost immediately. I don't know if that's just there to soak. There's another Thor as well, though. Perhaps this actually could end up being a big siege off, if you will. The issue here, how do you get through these tanks? Red doing a pretty good job trying to set up a siege line, though. Corruptor's going to go out towards front line. Only the one upgrade. There it is, 1-1. Just goes through. Trying to get through to these Void Rays. But you got to keep in mind, I mean, if we go to the resources, or I'm sorry, the income, you can see the disparity. It's almost 100 different. It's almost 100 different between these two teams just having the mid control over this line. That's why it's so important early game to get mid control. First shot's coming through here on the Nexus. Only tickles the shield. That should recharge. And look at this. Look at the distance. Liberators have been upgraded with their extra range. They have a huge range now. Look how far back they are. They are not in danger. And this is going to be potential damage as we do see this shield go right back up to 500. But still, no ability to actually do any damage onto the Nexus. They're putting a lot of pressure on, but they are not able to make the final move. But right now, it's looking like this could just be a 2-0. Blue trying to stay alive. You actually want to fight on your Nexus here. You want to take a fight in this range so you have that extra help to try to push forward. And it looks like they're barely not able to do that. This is going to be a fight just outside that line. It goes pretty well, though, for purple. Purple's gonna have to take some time to get rid of these units though, so they won't have the air moving up into the next wave, which means these Vikings are gonna have open season. Clear out a couple medevacs. Now they're clearing out more of the air here. 1 gas apiece except for the 2 on yellow. And actually, this is pushing back. Storms come through. Are they going to be able to do some damage here with these siege units? But they are actually pushing out. They're pushing out a little bit. I don't know if that's because of the help from the cannon in the first place. The cannon certainly helped. But I don't know if that was enough to get them out to here, because all that means is it's going to bounce right back. We're going to go right back to the Nexus because they need the help from the Nexus. They don't have the power without being in this semicircle and fighting, getting that extra damage. But we will see. More Liberators, more damage. 2-1 upgrades. 2 on the attack, 1 on the armor. A lot of damage coming through here as the next wave comes in. Purple does not have enough to sustain at all, and this is going to be a huge stack. It's all down to red and these big beefy units to try to stay alive and hold off this Terran onslaught. These Liberators stacking up is just a bit too savage, I think. Just a bit too savage. Liberator's absolutely destroying here. You do have the Void Rays doing some damage to these air units. So far, this is just gonna, we're continuing at this pace until we get to a point where the top team can push through and deal damage to the Nexus. Vikings doing damage. You have the Liberators here as well. Towards front, you do see a lot of siege units out here for red, trying to do a lot of damage. Vikings up on top. They actually might be able to land those. Do they? They should see the opportunity here and hit that land button. See the opportunity, hit the land button, just get that extra damage. Maybe tickle through that shield. There it is. A little too late though. Shots coming down here. Towards front. The Zerg can get through, but these Void Rays are just doing a lot of work. Vipers are going to be great. They can do the abduct. They have the ability to also do the parasite to do a great AoE attack into air units. Attacks coming through. We do have the Vikings here towards center. Right side Liberators are just stacking up, doing a great job. And right now, there's no sustainability for this bottom team. It's really unfortunate, but they just do not have the sustainability to try to push through the wave after wave of continued, well-upgraded units, especially these Liberators. These things are, they're up to their 3/3 upgrades. These things are gonna be very hard to get through. Shots coming through towards front. Phoenix is an interesting choice. Abduct. They abducted to use the Nexus if you have to. Broodlords are not doing anything right now. Broodlords is, I don't think Broodlords was the choice here. These 2 Broodlords aren't enough. You need to like stack up like 20 billion Broodlords to really get their full effect. And these 2 are not doing enough to try to stymie the waves of units that are coming down through the ground. Shots being fired towards front. They're trying to move forward. We have all these Liberators set up. Vikings trying to come down as well. Siege tanks down here on the bottom are going to keep pushing forward. So red does a good job with the siege units having the lineup here, trying to make sure that they can keep moving forward with like the AoE of the Thors and the survivability of the Thors with 400 health, but it's not enough. They need to have some other siege units from other waves start to stack up with those. And I don't know, I mean, if this continues, I mean, if we go look at the income once again, the income disparity, you know, the right units can change this, but if you go a long time getting almost 100 minerals less, you're gonna have a bad time. Shots now being fired on to the Nexus. Shield at 300, not quite enough though. Liberators are gonna stack up, and this could be the wave, if you will. We'll have to see. A ton of air. Will Yellow be watching as well? They need to land those Vikings as soon as they get through all of this. Liberators destroying absolutely everything on the ground. Viking land. Viking not land. There it is, the Vikings land. And they're immediately not, and they're immediately up in the air. Perfect. Shots coming through. Nice storm here on the Zerglings as they're moving forward. Broodlord's doing some damage. These storms are absolutely insane. We could be seeing it. Down to 1,000. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. And it's not quite enough. Down to 200, maybe 100. It just needs a little bit of a push. Will they? How long will they be able to survive? Huge air superiority here from Yellow. They just have to move forward here, land the Vikings, and get the shot. And it doesn't look like they'll be able to do that just yet. The shields are repairing up to 100 out of 5. The Nexus doing a lot. The Nexus doing a lot of damage here in this semicircle. Shots forward. Protoss army very, very strong. Storm, one of the best abilities in the game of StarCraft, and with good reason. Broodlord's being annoying now. The abduct into the Nexus cannon. Yellow clears out the wave. Are they going to be able to? They are not going to get up there in time. Red continuing to make these Thors at the 3-3 upgrades. Checking the gas. We have one complete gas. 3 complete gas. 1 complete gas per player on that team. We have 2 complete. Looks like this one was placed down a little bit ago, and then 1 complete here for orange. So pretty gas light as far as the game's concerned. A lot of medevacs still out here. They can heal the adepts. They can heal zealots. They can heal high templars. They cannot heal mechanical units. So stalkers, immortals, those will not be able to get the medevac wave. The push forward. This might be it. This might be the moment. They got to get through a few more units, and no, they can't do it. They just can't quite get the push together. But if they keep stacking up the liberators, they should be able to finally get the push together and just barely get enough damage. And here it is. This might be it. There it is. There's the shots, and the Marauders come through. And that's going to be game. Game number 2 goes to top team. And that's going to be the first match on stream there. Congratulations and well played. Well done. Just you take mid control early and it's so hard to come back from. Just so hard to come back from. All right, guys, short little break here. We will finagle into some more matches. Hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. Please feel free to go grab a drink, grab some food, get crazy, and I think you guys are great. Okay, keep up the great work. Cheers to you guys. Thanks for joining me here on the Baxcast for this Direct Strike 3v3 standard tournament. I will be back in a little bit. All right. Looks like we got game time. We're gonna have the team that won the last one, Lolan, Locke, and Nedved, playing off against Big Mac, the boss, and No GG in the quarterfinals. Winner moves on to the semis. And we are in it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get ready to go. It's the winners of the previous round playing off against Big Mac the Boss and No GG. Top lane, Terran versus Terran. Mid lane, Protoss versus Protoss. And bottom lane, Terran versus Protoss. And we will have to see how it's gonna go. What's it gonna look like? Good luck to all the teams as we get going in this one. Starting off here, we've seen this before. This setup right here. First wave gonna go, and what's it gonna be against? It's gonna be against something very similar. Now, sometimes, you know, see a lot of people with Terran in the standard format. You roll with Marines like this, and you grab a Reaper or two. This is interesting. They actually play a Reaper way in the back here, which is going to get there pretty late, but is going to be able to actually push back, and it's just not quite enough. The better concave, much better concave for the orange player here. We'll see how blue is going to try to respond, but you got to be doing some positioning, that's for sure. Now, that's not the best thing to get this Guardian Shield popped early, but it looks like the outsides here, 2 Zealots to each side, are going to get sucked in on the fake Archon, the hallucination. And that's going to give some free damage here. Oh, wow, this is kind of funny. Oh, that's not going to help. These hallucinations will do 0 of their 0 damage, and this is insane. Look at this, all this extra income. Almost was able to do it in time. Let's go ahead and get the production up here and see. We have no gas, obviously, coming down early here. I do need to switch over to the main. There we go. Let's flip that around. The early one out front, I like that. Orange did that in our last game as well. And Orange does such a good job controlling this early. We do have Teal deciding to go up for that tier 2, Teal being the Protoss player. Orange is doing such a great job with Terran controlling so early. And we'll have to see. This is actually going to go towards these hallucinations. It's going to leave a lot of damage, but if those hallucinations go down, there's nothing to protect any of this from all this damage. These Stalkers are going to blink, but with charge, these Zealots will close the gap quite quickly. Oh, it looks like that these Stalkers actually warped so far to the right side, they actually were able to push through. This might be pretty tough. We might see this teeter-totter back and forth. Damage through. Zealots soaking up quite a bit up on the front line. Stalkers do extra damage to armored units, which Marauders are. Marauders also do extra damage to armored units, but Marauders typically with stim can fight a little bit faster. Orange has a little bit of work to do now with 2 waves to get through. These Stalkers have already soaked quite a bit. Blue now. All the grenades come through, popping all these things. That's exactly what you want to happen. You want the grenade to land, pop them backwards. Backwards towards you, or forwards, depending on your perspective. Damage comes through. You see the control from Locke. They actually turn off the charge. They're going to turn it back on here. And there it is. Well done. The control of the abilities. This Immortal in back doing damage against, they're trying to counter the Stalkers. Immortals do a lot of damage against armored units, but that was not even close. They're going to need a lot more of those. And so far, mid control is slightly favoring our bottom team, purple, red, and blue. Attacks come through. The push comes through here. And there's the attack. We're back to this matchup. You can see blue actually puts some Reapers really far behind, and this concave is so good. That's really smart. Looking at their setup, you see these Reapers back here. They come in, they drop their charge as soon as they get up to the front, but they aren't doing it. So right now we have the orange player who has all these Reapers throwing out their charges at a very similar time, unless they're getting popped back from the charges of their opponent. But playing some back here is a pretty smart play. And boom, we see a gas. Gas goes down for blue. It's an early gas at that. But they do feel like they have the mid control here. They feel like they can drop that gas. We'll have to see if it's going to pay off. What's the next wave going to look like here against orange? If they can continue to push forward, which it looks like they're doing a great job, that gas is going to really pay dividends. No gas in their team. We actually might see a bunker go down with the Immortals here doing a lot of damage. The blink forward, the aggressive play, and the bunker goes down. What a play. And certainly now that gas makes sense. We do see the gas go down for red as well. I wouldn't be surprised to see purple follow suit. No gases on the other side. And right now it is a dire situation. A very dire situation for our previous round winners. Look at all the tier 2, tier 2, tier 2, tier 2, and tier 2. 4 people, 2 on each team. Everybody will be tier 2 after these 4 upgrades. Attacks come through. The pressure is just absolutely insane from the bottom team so far. They're going to be getting so much extra resources, as we do see the cool effect here on the gas that goes down for our purple player. 1-1 upgrades. We should have 2-2 pretty soon for orange, as they are wont to do. Damage coming up here from this bottom Terran player. This is not a great setup for the orange player. They're going to walk right into a whole bunch of these mines, and that's going to be a clean wipe. Have the no GG observer right here chilling. Now these zealots chew through quite well. Teal does a great job dealing with that wave. They don't have enough to get through this wave, but they did a really good job getting through that wave. They have the detection, so they don't do damage onto these hallucinated archons, which isn't too bad. But this is gonna be pretty rough. As stated, dire situation as mid control continues. Bomber going with Liberators very early here. We're at the 6-minute 45 mark, and they have 3 Liberators. This is huge. What a great play. Not a whole lot that's going to be able to attack up into the air, and if it gets close enough to do so, it dies. The Liberators are going to stack. We might actually see a push back in the other direction. Bull Siege tanks here on the bottom. The Liberators here are going to stack up. One-shotting Marines. The Marines do not do enough damage. Alas, these Liberators chilling over in no man's land. Maybe one more Marine goes down. That may be the answer, but now we'll see red, yellow. They'll start to get things that are going to attack up into the air. And we do see that right here. No GG does grab the voids. Voids are going to be the answer for the Liberators, as we do see blue, our first gasser, going up for that tier 3. Back to the action. Liberators doing a lot of damage. Will these Void Rays be able to take care of them? Certainly should be able to. Marines get absolutely obliterated, and now that's open game for the Void Rays to slaughter these Liberators. Attacks come through. 3 siege tanks in the back line. Bombs going off everywhere. Reaper charges are absolutely insane. Damage comes through. 3 up. Marines in the back. You can see two chilling observers. Those will go down pretty quick. To the observer from Teal. Disruptor shots go over from both teams. The disruptor shots are much more visceral, though, from the red team. Continuing to put this pressure. They're able to push up kind of close to the center line, just not quite able to tip it over the edge. Gas situation, we do see no gas. No gas. No gas. 1, 1, and Blues is actually almost profiting. We're almost at profit point there. Liberators for Blue as well are an answer to try to continue to push forward. Now, Void Rays are not good against Marines. Marines do excellent against Void Rays. But that's not what they're there for. That was the second wave. The Void Rays are in place to try to counter these Liberators. They do quite a good job of that. You can see Yellow repositioning here, dropping some more mines, moving all their bio up into the front. Here's some Liberators with no air attacking units. Big Mac has nailed it. They get the Liberators out. This is going to be trouble for our top team. These Liberators able to stack up with an already strong wave from Red. Widow Mines are the attempted answer from Yellow. These Liberators will go down almost immediately to these Void Rays. Charged up, doing extra damage to armored units. The Reaper shots come through. Now, there's a couple ways you can look at this. The Marines, especially with 2-2, are going to really chew through these Void Rays. Jeez. When you have Liberators are good. Did you guys know the Liberators are good? Holy smokes. Oh, those disruptor shots. That was absolutely brutal to watch. Liberators here, though. We do have some Void Rays able to shoot through these Liberators now. The thing about the Void Rays, if you can get them upgraded enough because of their damage is pretty low as a without charge and not against armored units. But if you can upgrade that, it actually does decent against unarmored units or units that haven't been upgraded for armor. These Void Rays doing absolute work against the Liberators. Attacks coming through, getting pretty close. They are hanging on, but they are continuing to get these the extra minerals here, the extra resources from controlling mid. Second gas for Blue, second gas for Red has been dropped, as we do see 1 gas apiece for the opposing team. They've all decided to drop that gas at about the 10-minute mark. Bio does not do well against disruptor shots, and that's gonna be a bummer. That's a good way to try to get back into this. Unfortunately, this red wave just seems a bit too strong. Look at this setup. They actually put the bio so far out in front. But that does trigger the storm warning, if you will. Another one will go off. There it is. It does trigger in time. These Liberators are not able to do much, so it's all the push is almost coming back. The push almost comes back every time, but it just cannot quite get there. Storm is such a good utility tool against Terran. It's great. I mean, it's one of the best spells in the game in general, but especially against Terran. Bio just gets so savaged from these storms. Continued income gains from controlling mid. If we go to the income, you can see the difference. Well, that's going to take up no structures. What do you know? We'll wait to see who gets up to that tier 3 and try to spot it. Nice storm here on these Void Rays as they are stacked up. Pressure comes through. Storms again on the bio. And this is, Red's wave is doing such a good job, the boss. So Orange is trying to stack this up. They actually, with these Vikings are going to do a good job against the Void Rays. They have these tanks. Are the tanks going to be the answer? I mean, they've been around for a bit. I think there's too much bio. The tanks are not able to get any survivability. There's no wave to keep them alive so they can continue to get that DPS out. They're dying way too fast. All the Liberators out here. Basically wrecking the ground wave. Wow, those disruptor shots. Getting close to mid. They're getting close. Now, the issue here is even though they're getting close to mid, the closeness is actually them pushing through a wave that isn't their wave, if that makes sense. Like, right here, you have teal facing off against red. But by the time teal gets to red, because teal has to fight a little bit of blue's wave, teal has to face red's wave with about half or less of the units that they actually want, right? Tier 3 for red is coming in. So they need to get to mid, but they have to try to get to mid to regain control, which in standard is almost impossible. It is very, very difficult to do. If once you've gone over 10 minutes of not having control of mid, it's such an income disparity. You do see yellow also going up to that tier 3. Yellow and red both deciding to go up to tier 3. We'll see. Both are one is Protoss here, and one is the Terran. Hallucination soaking up a little bit. Nice storms come in here on all this bio. These Widow mine shots will have to be great. They'll have to be epic, are they? Storm on those Widow mines. That's gonna be unfortunate. Disruptor shot had nowhere to go, and some tickling damage maybe? Yes, it looks like it. The shield is starting to get poked, and now they are trying to close the deal. Pressure coming in here. We'll keep our eye on the planetary fortress. It won't die, but it certainly will take damage, or will it die? It's taking a lot. 1, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and down to 385. Void Rays putting out such massive damage against armored structures and units. You can see the planetary fortress is one. Purple will be going up to tier 3 as well. I'm curious about that. With the way that this has just gone, I would wonder that purple would want to just continue on Void Rays. Of course, this is from my perspective as not playing this match, and maybe they actually want that the 3-3. We'll see. They're putting on a lot of great pressure. Terran trying to fight back with these Vikings. Doesn't look like it's going to go too well. This causes a siege up, so all these units getting up here that quickly, it does cause them to siege up. Storm comes in. These Marines are trying to do work against the Void Rays. We do see the three, so they are going to go up for the upgrades. They did get the, or at least they did start there. Here's Lowland going up for tier 3 as well. Tier 3 costs 450 minerals. It's not cheap. So making that decision, it's a big decision. Especially when you're when you don't have mid control, when you're struggling to fight for it. Carriers have arrived, ladies and gentlemen. We have the carriers. And we will see. These carriers might just take these carriers might carry the bomb team to victory. It's going to be very difficult to hold on here. Storms come through. The anti-air units are dead. This wave is stacking up. There are 2 carriers stacked up behind all of these Void Rays. This could very well be it if they can get close enough. They'll get through the Vikings first. Vikings will be attracting the attacks of other air units. And they get so close yet so far. It's all about the air fight now. You can see what ends up happening in games like this. Not just like this, but in games of direct strike as you go up to the air. Games rarely stay on the ground. Maybe the first like 8 to 10 minutes, usually pretty ground focused. It can't even be shorter than that, as we did see yellow go up to these liberators at the 6:45 mark of this game. And then you're usually you're up into the air. You're fighting the air battle. A lot of in-game units, a lot of high in-game units, high cost in-game units are air units. We do hear a BC for Lowland. It's going to soak up quite a bit of damage with that 550, but it's not going to be able to do much more than that. Does trade a kill with the carrier. These Vikings are actually, is this going to be able to get a kill? Not quite. That Viking actually didn't end up dying. It ends up dying anyway. And the fight continues on here. A lot of air units for our every player. I guess there's not really there's nobody not playing air units now. I wouldn't be surprised to see, and that's exactly what happens. Go up to that 3 damage on the air units. Wouldn't be surprised to see some armor go up as well for that survivability, especially on the carriers, making sure they can try to survive and stack up with the next wave. And there's the 20 for the spawn. Is this going to be it? It's going down. 53, 250, 231, and it's not quite enough. It's almost there. The 191, 44, and there it is. Game 1, ladies and gentlemen, goes to our bottom team who took control so early and never let go. Congratulations to them. We'll go out to our score screen here. And I will do that. There we go. All right. Well played from them. Look at the APM. Look at that, 65 APM. The man is pushing buttons. Nedved doing work. And now we will rock and roll towards numero dos. This is a best of 3. Hope you guys are having a good day. Happy Saturday to you. And please feel free to join the Discord. If you haven't joined the Discord community, Discord information for the community. The Discord for the Direct Strike community is absolutely excellent. There's always excellent discussion. There's channels for both standard and commander mode. And there's always updates, constantly updates to the game, which is excellent. Looks like they're just getting it sorted, so so yeah, please check out the Discord. There's Discord information at the end of every match. It pops up on the bottom of the screen when you play. That would be excellent. And then otherwise, if you want, if you're interested, you could say something about the Discord in the chat, and I'm sure somebody can hunt down a Discord invite for you in the chat. Let's go ahead and check out our bracket while we are chilling here. Looking at the bracket, you can see if I can actually get this thing to work here. So Team Squirters is already in the semis. We have Pew Power as well. We are currently in Salty Rage and the Pew Friends 2. Legend of the Gabos and Beast Rebels of the Hellscape are playing right now up top. And then we will have both our semifinal matches, and then we will have our finals after that. So we are getting close. Nice to start. StarCraft is such a great game, and it's just so excellent to see games like these mods not only become popular, but they're fun. They're fun, and it's really, really fun when people are so into it as well, which is awesome. All right, and we are going in to the next match. As we get into this next match here, ladies and gentlemen, Let's see what is in store for us. Now, it looks like Orange has switched up the side here. We do have the Terran and then Protoss doing the same thing. 2-1 stack there. We have nothing here. If we go to production, is that a tier 2? It's not a tier 2. Bomber chilling. Bomber chilling right now, just waiting. We do see a tier 2 from both Teal. Interesting. The splits here might be good. Ooh, maybe Blue. Blue does it. This is the first time we've actually seen the first wave from Orange lose, and Blue has done it. We'll see if that's gonna hold. Last time Orange was winning that fight, but it didn't end up mattering in the long run. But we have both Yellow going for the tier 2, and we have Teal going for the tier 2. Teal has dropped the Spaced Zealots, and this is gonna go pretty poorly against Blink Stalkers and a hallucinated Archon. So now, this extra that goes through, it's already going to start to stack out of control here. Zealots are going to make short work, and they're already going to be chipping away at the bunker. Already starting to chip with some shield damage, which will regenerate over time. Damage comes through. DTs are the call. No gases for any player so far. These DTs without the upgrade. There is a scan from Yellow, I believe. And that will make short work of those DTs. Yellow also with the DT of their own. The pressure from this bottom team is just so good. They're doing such a good job so far. Zealots come through, doing a lot of damage here onto these units. And are they actually going to be able to push this back? I mean, that was almost a fair setup. Are they going to push this back? And they pushed back, ladies and gentlemen. Excellent work from Orange, getting red to survive a little bit more. Look at this setup. They get the Marauders out in front. Shots come through and forward. They're going to be able to get another scan here to try to get these DTs cleaned up. There it is. Are the Immortals enough to chew through this? The DTs are soaking. Unfortunately, this Immortal is attacking the Adept. You want those on the Stalkers. The Stalkers aggressive. Blink forward for the micro. Nice play from Boss. Way to be aware. Blinks forward and gets to Immortal. That's a great play. And now these can start to do their blink back again because the cooldown has recycled back. Absolutely epic play, and the stack goes right back in favor. The teeter-totter, a lot of damage is gonna come down. This bunker could fall. It's down, the shields are down. 700 to go, and it's already halfway. 300, 200, it's almost there. 177, and it is saved. Live to fight another day, ladies and gentlemen. This might be another day already, though, as the bunker maybe taking a little bit more damage. It's down to 150, 125, and it will stop there. So close yet so far. And this is close to a full wave. This Archon's almost out of shield though. I don't know if these Archons there's not enough units here for Teal. Not enough units, not enough firepower. The aggressive blink again. Boss knows when to blink forward, get these aggressive units. The Stalker can go up there and do extra damage against armored units. Pushing forward here, the damage, the stack is absolutely insane, and this is gonna be a fallen bunker. Ladies and gentlemen, what absolute dominating control so far from our bottom team. This yellow and purple stack has been just brutal. Orange and red have a few connections that have helped them get back up there, but nothing really worth noting past that one time they were able to kind of turn that around. We have gas, and gas all over the place for our bottom team, all dropping after that bunker disruption. Archon's great units against biological. They do extra damage against biological units. Unfortunately, once you get through a wave of bio, you have to get through this wave right here, and that's not happening. This purple wave right here is doing a great job staying alive. These stalkers can blink back and start to try to get back. Trying to move forward. I keep seeing these, and they kind of look like the immortals for oh man, Alarak in the commander mode. So I keep thinking they're gonna shoot like the AOE attack forward. Coming through here, Archon's gonna do very well against bio, but when you have enough bio, it doesn't really matter, does it? Not enough. I think we're still at the same issue. Not enough units here. Needs a wave, like a wave of zealots. A line of zealots here for Teal would be very, very well positioned. You can see a few actually starting to get put down here. Needs something out in the front. And just so you guys know, we are on a stream delay. We're on a 5-minute stream delay, and I am due to the nature of the tournament, I am trying to focus on casting, so I'm not paying too much attention to the chat box. So that'll be something I have to rewatch and read later for anything anybody was saying, just so you guys know, in case anybody is talking directly to me or anything like that. Reaper is such a strong early unit for Terran. 2/2 upgrades for blue. We have 1/1 upgrades here, with the one being on the shield, potentially for ideas of going into air units later in the game where shield also applies. Does a good job getting through that wave. Are they going to be able to get through this one though? Disruptor shot makes clean work of a couple of those Archons. The Immortals there's too few Immortals here, and Boss doing such a good job being aware. We do see Yellow has dropped second gas there. Second gas for Yellow at about, that's actually, it's a pretty fast second gas, but they are in control, so certainly nothing problematic about that. It looks like they dropped it actually a little while ago, maybe like the 7-minute mark. Liberators to the right side. Nice play actually getting these to the right. This one's all alone though. I don't recommend this. And this one's also gonna die. Almost immediately. Those Liberators aren't a bad idea though. Blue's gonna clean this up with a nice concave. Can't get pushed back too far. Red finally gonna catch up with the tier 2. Has 1/1 and a ton of bios so far. Both disruptors go down to 1 disruptor shot. That's gonna feels bad, man. Going down towards bottom. Storms come down and absolutely ruin this whole chunk of bio down here. Does not last too long. Continuing to put pressure on. This is a similar situation to what we already saw. Looking at the income, once again, you're about 100 down, and you got to find a way to change that. Not trying to be cute with the Liberators this time. They're just using them straight up. Is it going to be enough, though? Yellow has there's no detection. There's no detection. Yellow has a DT slicing away. Where are you, DT? Look at that. They nicknamed Dark Slicer Templar. The sliciest. And now Big Mac has shown exactly what he needs to. Big Mac is going to drop the Liberators. These are going to absolutely chew through. And ladies and gentlemen, we may be seeing a 2-0 here just momentarily. As these Liberators are just stacking up and doing so much work, they actually get triggered early here as well. They're going to be able to sit behind this wave. Is it going to be enough, though? Not going to be enough to get through. It's going to be enough to set up the next wave to be able to push through, though. All these Liberators are going to go down pretty quickly. And then it's going to be up to surviving the Disruptor shots. All those Liberators do go down. Disruptor shots. There's one. Does a good job. There's 2, 3. Getting through, but it's not quite enough. And now these Liberators, after that's dead, will probably start to shoot, use their AA attack. Jeez. Blah, blah, blah. Talking's hard, team. Talking's hard. These storms are savage. And we're gonna see some damage on the Nexus, or Fortress, as it were. And the shields are gone. We're down to 18, 17, 16, 16, 17. Storms come in again. Absolutely savage. But they are surviving. Attacks come through. We do have the Liberators setting up. Some shots come through there as well. Towards front. These Disruptor shots are pretty good. Liberators are doing massive amounts of damage, but these actually voids. These are uncontested. And the stack, they're actually disallowing the stack. That's super important. They're still in trouble. It's not that they aren't in trouble, but they didn't allow those Liberators to get tucked behind a previous wave. In particular, this purple wave here. Still, the pressure is on for this this top team here. Storm comes through. A lot of grenades trying to come through. And Orange actually does a very good job holding this off with a little bit of help from Mr. Fortress. Let's see if they can get through this wave. Probably not. The air superiority has started for blue. They're going into the Vikings. Vikings are going to be able to counter anything that would attack the Liberators in the air. And that's also going to trigger the auto targeting from the other air attacks to not attack the Liberators. Let them do as much damage as possible. Void Rays, not a bad option. Let's try to counter all this air. Everybody who's Terran going Liberators, which makes a lot of sense. Looking at the two, the second one is almost completely profited here. Not so much there and not so much there, but Yellow had dropped that much earlier. I think that was the 7-minute mark. So they're going to be they're going to be reaping the benefits of that pretty early. Some damage coming in from the Void Rays. They're going to be doing a little bit extra because it is an armored structure, but we do still see the pressure being put on here. Popping back the Disruptors and the Immortals. Unfortunately, Archons are massive and will not get affected by that. The air superiority for blue definitely showing now. No detection for this, but they will go down to the ground and try to get some shots here. Nope, 0 shots. Storms go down. Man, I feel like some more storms there would actually wipe this entire thing out. But as it stands, Red is holding on. Liberator's doing a great job. They're trying to stay alive. They're going to have to try to stack up the waves. Look at all these Void Rays. So many Void Rays here for Yellow. They get through everything. Oh, they actually turn. That's so much trouble. They turned around. And they actually go into range of the planetary fortress, which is unfortunate. But if they had gone back a little bit farther and stacked up with this wave, could have been trouble. We do see Tempest is out, and we're gonna see if this can stack up and try to do some damage. That stack for those Void Rays turning around would have been pretty clutch. Not quite able to get in front here. Carriers are the answer from Boss. The carrier goes down. Tempest still living, still out in front. Finally, they get through here. They get through these, and they turn around once again. Now they're going to go right into range. 2 Tempest now. They're going to continue to go up into Tempest, it looks like. Something that's going to be in the back line. Going to continue to do damage. Going to continue to stack up with previous waves. It's not a bad choice. But is it enough? Is it enough to actually change the momentum of this game that is so heavily in favor? So we look at our income tab, still that 100 difference. Red doing a great job.
Upgrade complete.
Two attack upgrades on the Tempest here. Liberator still doing a lot of work trying to push forward. We have this bottom team just continuing to put the pressure on, and they're just trying to finish the deal here. If there's anything that's going to work out, if anything's going to work out for this team, they're going to have to try to stack up a lot of siege units, and that's a big if. This could be some damage on the planetary here. $300 out of 5. We do have Tempest out of range so far. With purple going for their own Tempest, this could be exactly what the doctor ordered to just finish off the game. We do have a third gas here for blue. So far, Liberator, MVP of the match. You can see blue getting that little slight extra income there. Damage comes through. Is going to hit these Tempest here. This is a big storms come through. They aren't quite able to push through all this bio, and these carriers may not actually be doing what you would hope they would be. Tempests are hiding in the back, which is great. They are soaking quite a bit of damage. One goes down, second one will not go down until it flies into the path of the planetary. Zealots forward. A lot of damage coming through. If anybody's going to be able to damage the planetary, Yellow's wave looks like it might just be it. These Tempests are still alive in the back line. They are doing damage. They are doing damage forward. They're going to be able to continue to do so as well. But they're going to actually target the medevacs. They aren't going to target the planetary because it's not close enough. It's not in proximity to be a threat. Look at these Tempests staying alive, though. Wouldn't be surprised to see more. So far, it's just a 2, though. It's just a 2. They do drop a couple disruptors in the back, so those waves will be launched a little bit late. 4 Tempests now, 4 Teal. And we do see the planetary healing back up. Red and the planetary doing a great job of destroying the front line, and actually they are living. They are living. We're at the 20-minute mark of this game. And they're staying alive. But not enough Liberators, not enough tanks, not enough Tempests, not enough Thors, not enough siege units to try to get a stack up, because that's what they're going to have to do. They're going to have to get a wave put together that's more powerful than their opponent's wave, which at this point, wave versus wave is not going to happen because of the extra income that's been around for such a long period of time. So if they can get a stack, that's their hope, to try to turn this around. But to do that, they're going to have to get a whole bunch of siege units and get a little bit lucky. Five Tempests now. It just takes one push through here on the planetary. Once again, red comes through. Teal still has a couple Tempests alive. And they stay alive. It continues. 21 minutes now. We see a BC down here. Soaking up quite a bit of damage from these Void Rays. But the Void Ray, great counter to the BC. Two shots down.
Both of the carriers go down. Ooh.
Third carrier goes down as well. 6 Tempests. Now, as far as cost efficiency, Vikings are going to do better, but the thing is, these Tempests are actually playing so far back that this Fortress is getting some shots off and helping keep these Tempests alive. 4 Tempests will stack. This is what we're talking about. They can get fortunate enough to keep fighting on the edge of this bubble. The edge of this bubble right here. That will continue to let the Planetary Fortress help. It'll continue to let these stack up. And that's exactly what's happening. We actually are having a pseudo triple stack as we have units from all 3 waves still alive. Double BC from orange. Triple stack may not matter when there's this much power. On the other side, 4 carriers are going to make short work of that entire army. You almost wonder if you land the Vikings here. Damage on the planetary now. I'm surprised he's not landing the Vikings, to be honest. There it is. He lands them, and then they immediately fly back up. I think he had an opportunity earlier there to land those Vikings. At least get the planetary down a little bit. It's taking a lot of damage, though. It's down to 10, 9, 8. It's taking a lot of damage from these 5. From the carriers, 4. Is it going to be enough? I don't think so. 405 out of 2,000. It takes a lot of damage, but it lives. Moments away from potential victory, though. Shots through. It's just going to take one more push through just like that, and that just comes after a little bit of time. Coming up to the 24-minute mark of this game. Survivability is the name. Vikings, very cost efficient against Tempests if they can get in range. Continuing to hold. Red puts forth the bio. All these Liberators, all these Tempests. It's not a bad stack if they can hold on to it, and they might just hold on to it. We're going to see the spawn here. There it is. Now it has to be a win in the air. And that's the current struggle. This might, oh my god, the stack, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, the stack, the stackening. Can Teal get here in time? Can Teal get here in time? That is a lot of Tempests. Doing insane amounts of damage. Holy. Now, one of those waves did have to expire. But Vikings, once again, very cost efficient. So even if losing a lot of them, still getting a lot of value. And even with that stack, it's still not quite enough. Tempest and carriers of their own on purple. Tempest will stay alive. Looking to just get one edge forward, and this might be it. This looks like it could be it. Can they get through in time? They do sneak over to the left side. They're going to have access to the planetary fortress. It's at 3, 2, 1, and that will be it, ladies and gentlemen. Game, set, and match a 2-0 to Salty Rage. And Salty Rage will move on to the semifinals. Congratulations to them. Well played. Great job not letting up that pressure. And that was game. Absolutely incredible play. Well done from them. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we will go to a short little break here. And then we'll be back with hopefully some semifinals. That sound good to you? Sounds good to me. So I will catch you guys in a bit.
see a shame to give it another shot. Whoa, moves hardly start out carefully, afraid of becoming something that they're not. Strange old crowd, got a little too familiar now. Stop.
We got a match, ladies and gentlemen.
Can you feel the weight on your shoulder lift? Nobody's holding the line. Some doubts just serve as a hypnotist.
We are getting set up here to make it happen, and it's gonna be great. I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited as well. This is the semifinals. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. My name is Bax. Thank you so much for joining me. Feel free to drop a follow on the channel if you want to. There's a button up there. You can click it. That's all it takes. Otherwise, please look to support Direct Strike. There's a Patreon where you can support. You can support via the Discord community. There's always discussion going on in there. There are a lot of ways to get involved in this game. I highly recommend it. There's a lot of hard work that goes into this, and you don't have to pay for it. So it'd be awesome to, show some support for the weekly patches, the weekly updates that T is putting into this. It's a lot of work, and thank you to them for all the work that they do. As we move on, ladies and gentlemen, to this semifinal match between these two teams, let's get jiggy with it. And let's see what we have starting off. Let's go production. We do have an immediate tier 2 here from purple down towards the bottom right. It's going to be Reapers in center. We have Terran, and I believe this is also Protoss. So Terran, Protoss, Zerg, Terran, Zerg. Interesting. So we follow the Zerglings down. They see the Marine. That'll be a win. Oh, they actually inverted. They inverted. Who got credit for it? And it is they get credit. It's the blue team who gets there a little bit earlier. And that is going to be a huge play. Nice job here from Gashana, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Gashana does a great job of turning off the bombs. You saw that. No bombs were thrown on those lings. These will go down pretty quick. These lings are going to try to get up here and surround. They're going to actually get, quite a few of them are going to go down. Ooh, we do have the DTs. The DTs are coming out. No gases just yet. DTs versus lings, so that's going to give a little bit of control here. The scan comes through, but it's a scan in the opposite direction, and there's a scan the other way, and that's exactly what they needed. These DTs are going to go down, and control is still towards the top for this combat easy. Team up on top. Team Squirters down on bottom. Ling's doing a great job surrounding the bio. And they are maintaining actually with all these lings. Look at this. A bunch of lings for both of these teams. Both these players on the same team. Sorry. It's all Reapers for red. And that is working. The bounces disrupting so much. Blue team can't quite make it happen. Damage coming through here. We're up into the air. And look at that. Already a response in the form of a Mutalisk. The Mutalisk will only chip away, though. It won't be able to kill these very quickly at all. Nice play here on these stasis wards. Could actually drop more in a sec. This is going to be a very, very rough for yellow. As these three, look at that. Absolutely insane. These three oracles just toast all those lings. Continuing, though, to look at lings here. I think you'd want to go up and try to grab some Hydras. Maybe some Mutalisk. Who knows? Moving forward, though, the battle continues. It rages on. Teal doing a good job setting up, you can see here, a different strategy, trying to get that concave, and it's successful. They move forward. A lot of mutas here from Orange. These Archons are going to have to do a lot of work on those Mutalisks. And in the meantime, the Oracles will probably go down. I don't think this is... Ooh, it's actually close. And actually, these Zealots did such a good job. The Zealots absolutely destroyed the Lings. And that's going to be a nice win here for purple. Ling's going to surround here. They're going to take a lot of damage, though. Nice play here, getting all these Marines in the back line. It's a lot of Lings, though. Is it going to be enough? No, not even close. It's a huge win. Well positioned from blue. Still no gases for either team. Pressure going to go in here towards the bunker on the top of the team. It's going to be red, trying to put forward as many grenades as possible to slow down this push. Teal trying to make it happen as well. Squirters down on the bottom, doing a very good job trying to control us and bring it back. A lot of Lings here from yellow, but they are not playing up into the air. They're dropping some Banelings as well. This is Team Gabos of the Hellscape, if I remember correctly. Yato of the Gabos is getting, that is just, wow. Absolutely wrecked the Oracles, did so much damage. The Zealots tanked so much, and they have these Archons putting out massive amounts of AoE against Bio. Nice stack once again here. The explosions come through and absolutely nothing. No Baneling connections. Insane from blue. They're going to be able to put some pressure on this, and is it going to be enough? They'll be able to put some nice damage here. It's down to 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Will they get it? Yes, they do. The bunker goes down, and that spells trouble. We immediately see gas here, gas here. No gas just yet for our purple player. Well played. Towards front, tier 2 going to be dropped down for our red player here. Will it be enough? If they're going to fight for it, they got to fight now. They're still maintaining a very close match here towards center, but this is going to be a very tall hill to climb as Orange is completely stymied, stonewalled by this wave. And that's going to give so much momentum as Blue's wave comes in, so well positioned. And these Oracles do not yet have an answer. Oracles with some energy, could drop some stasis wards here, decides against it. A lot of damage coming in here. Red has a better wave than blue, so red will beat blue. That's actually very interesting. Red will beat blue's wave handily, and then it just goes back and forth from there, doesn't it? The pressure is coming forward from Squirters. Putting forward a lot of damage here. Actually, if they're able to kill this orange wave, they're actually moving forward here, taking damage. These mutas are not going to be long for this world. They go down quickly. Combat Easy deciding to stay with this very aggressive attack, and we'll go up to the tier 2. We'll see what that's for. We have 1 gas apiece for all players in the game right now. Blue trying to put forward damage. They do get some better bombs this time, and maybe they'll be able to push through the wave. They are going to. That's exactly what they do. Damage coming forward here. And we actually have 217 out of 500 at the 730 mark. They are already touching the fortress. Tier 3 for red. What's the play for red there with tier 3? BC, could be Thor. Are they going up for 3/3 upgrades? Maybe. A lot of damage here. Reaper's not going to do the best against a planetary, but we are down to 1740. Tier 2 coming up here for the blue team. Yellow continuing to stay on the ground. We'll need to keep tabs on what yellow wants to do with the upgrade here. Damage now on the planetary. Down to 1557. They're continuing to chip away at it wave by wave, which is a very, very bad sign for our top team. Tier 3 now for yellow. Probably for Ultralisks, I would imagine. Is that going to be enough? Orange slices through. And when I say slice through, I mean loses almost their entire army trying to slice through. Ooh, Storm's gonna be pretty good here. There's a lot of damage, soaking quite a bit from yellow. Coming forward, an opportunity to do a lot of damage. This Immortal's gonna put out a ton of damage here. And they get it down to 1261. 1261 out of 2,000. Damage from blue, nice nades. And actually, this is going to be an opportunity to end the game. And I think this might just do it. Marauders do so much damage against planetary, but no, these ones died too fast. They were moving too slow. I don't think they had a stem activated there. 1096 now, and continuing to chip at that. They do finally get that through. Purple pushing. We do see, I haven't been keeping up with the gas announcements here, but we do see 2, and then the third gas does drop there, and then 2 here. At this point, I think gas might be a non-issue considering this game is almost over. Wow, these Broodlords are being annoying, but those Broodlords actually keep some of the purple units alive. Liberators are the answer from Jazzanite. And then these Liberators are actually doing a lot of damage. Holy smokes, those Liberators just cleared that wave. Those Liberators just cleared that wave, and they're actually going to stack up. Team Squirters, previous tournament winners. Oh my. Could we have any chance of a flippening here? Are these Liberators just what the doctor ordered? They're gonna probably die now. But they do get a couple shots off before that happens. Still, the ground army for purple, it just soaks too much. It soaks way too much. These Broodlords will go down almost immediately, and that will be damage on the Nexus once again. The fortress is gonna take how much? Down to 1,987. 753 continuing to chip away despite these Liberators able to hold a few waves, or at least the remnants of a few waves. More damage coming in for the Marauders. This might just be enough. Is it going to be 4 down to 3? 325. So close. And at this point, it's a hope and a prayer for the Gabos to stay alive in this game. It is a best of 3 moving on towards the final. Damage comes through for purple. Still only 1 gas apiece for our top team, and that is the Gabos. These Broodlords not going to be long for this world. Void Rays turn around. They stack up a little bit. They're out in front here. Are they going to damage? They are going to go for the fortress, and they will do a little bit of damage down to 300. trying to get this ground army down. These Liberators are going to do a great job of clearing this wave. Will it be enough, though? A little bit of tickle here, maybe? One shot? Not enough. Nothing. 302. 302 out of 5,000. 2,000. Remember when 5,000 was not how much health Planetary Fortresses have? They had 2,000. These Reapers are insane. They just bounce back so many of those Banelings. That is so nuts. A nice clear here. Is it going to be in time, though? They just are not able to withstand the pressure. This is just an elongated, death note here. But still, holding on as much as they can. Tier 3 gonna come down for the orange player, our Zerg player with at least 2 Banelings. Damage through for red. They built 1 billion Liberators. And so far it's working. Unfortunately, Liberators aren't gonna do too well against Vikings that are attacking them when they aren't firing back. These Vikings will make short work of all those Liberators. They will move forward against Mutalisks and actually separate out this army a little bit. And that is a lot of Banelings. Oh. Well, that's how you clear a wave there. Surprise, they're actually, I mean, they're making a fight of it. They're certainly making a fight of it. You can't fault them for that. Storms come down, doing a lot of damage. Once again, too much soak in the front line here. Wouldn't be surprised to see tier 3 upgrades come in anytime. Archons clearly do not need, for those who don't know, Archons, ooh, got a little freeze there. That was a bit nerve-wracking. Archons don't need that armor. I mean, what, they have like 10 health? Yep. Storm down on these units. We're gonna see blue come in here. Are they gonna be able to get through and get some damage onto the Nexus? It looks like they just might. They're gonna have some Marauders chipping away. They're doing their shot. 300, 200, 100. It's almost there. 964 game. The damage goes through. And that's gonna be a first round to our previous tournament winners. Congratulations to them. All right. Well, game 1 over to Zisquertas. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see what is in store. It was a really close battle. They were doing a great job early in the game of going back and forth, but then unfortunately, if you lose mid for too long in standard mode, it is very difficult to try to push back. And that's exactly what we saw happen. So we'll get the next game going, guys, in just a second here. That was game 1 in a best of 3 between these two teams. Squirters are the previous champions. And it looks like they're wanting to go to the finals to try and defend that championship. Let's go ahead and check in with the bracket for you guys real quick while they get that set up here. So you can see we do have our 2 semifinals. Chip chopping away. Gabos and Squirters is up on stream right now. Salty Rage, we already saw beat Pew Friends 2. Pew Power over Team Extreme, who unfortunately it was a no-show. So bottom of the bracket got a little bit shady, unfortunately. Team Rock had to withdraw, and Team Extreme did not show up. So Team Extreme, because of the withdrawal, automatically moved up, but then still didn't show up. So Pew Papa ended up making it happen. So we have Salty Rage versus Pew. We'll see who's going to be the one to challenge the winner here. These are best of 3 matches in the semifinals. We'll just have to see. Looking forward to seeing how this is going to look at the beginning again, because it's all about the beginning.
It's all about the opening, ladies and gentlemen. You got to be able to put together a nice early attack. You got to position your units well, and you got to try to control mid.
The first 5 minutes of the game are the most crucial. So let's see what that looks like. Let's see what the skirmishes look like for this next game. Thanks again for joining me, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Bax. This is my stream, the Baxcast. Love doing casting and commentary. That's one of my favorite things to do. And enjoy casting Direct Strike. I enjoy playing the game. I just think it's a lot of fun, and power to the people, power to you for making the game and for the amount of effort they put into it. It clearly shows. It's a lot of fun. Let's check our production here early, and then we'll get into our early matchups. We have orange and purple both going tier 2. That's pretty funny, actually. Because that is I don't even know what that means, but I'm in. So we have Lings here early are going to get control here. Tier 2 immediately for yellow. We do see Republica going for the oracles once again. Against the Lings, it's going to be pretty good, but you are giving a little bit of control here. Damage comes through, not going to be enough. A nice freeze here, but you can't attack units until you can't attack units that are in that stasis ward. But minimize the damage taken. Looks like kind of a flower with all the blood going out, and great. Ooh, the blink back. Why not? I think they wanted to blink back here. Maybe a little bit of miscontrol. Yeah, I think that was a little bit of miscontrol from Triss. From Triss. I could be wrong though, but I would think you would want to go right back here. That's gonna let this. This is gonna help you out. So just unfortunate misclick there, but still a fight for mid. Teal gonna win this one handily with a little bit of help from an Oracle and a still alive Stalker. Mutalisk going to be a great answer. Not a lot of AA here for Teal. And so far, this is a very back and forth game. Mid control seems to shift between the two teams. But it's going to, there's going to be a swing here any second. I don't know about that. Maybe though. Maybe they wanted to time that. They're only going to lose a few and then another blink back. There it is. This is going to be some damage. Actually, this is going to be damage on the bunker. Are they going to be able to take this thing down? 5, 4, 3. So close. They almost got it. It's down to 250, 210, 180, 150, 38. Are you kidding me? They almost, against the defending champs, just took down a bunker at 3 minutes into the game. So close on the stack, but they are fighting back hard. It's red now, maintaining that control, trying to disrupt this a little bit. We have the Oracle here, but they've gone to Archon instead to try to fight all of the Lings and Mutalisks. There's enough Mutas here, though, that it's not really going to matter just yet. The Oracle is doing a lot of damage on the Lings, but it will fall as well. Are they going to be able to get up here in time to do something? No, great blink! What a smart blink from Triss. Blinks up to take that damage, solidify that this will be able to recharge his shield. A blink backwards to try to get this cannon to help out, and that's exactly what will happen. Uh-oh, but the cannon is going to start to take a little bit of damage. A nice little pulse there. The stasis ward hits a few of them, but there's so many Lings! There's too many Lings! Isn't enough? Oh, it's 11! 11, ladies and gentlemen. It's 11. You gotta be kidding me. That's huge that they hold that. And will that make the difference in this? Shields are gonna recharge on this. You can see they're back up to 50. Holy, that was so close. They almost put the pressure through. And you can see it's combat easy, just Lings trying to get them forward as much as possible. Orange with the mutas again. Remember, these mutas against a lot of Archons are going to do poorly. You can see the Archons do have the double attack upgrade, and they're going to chew through these, and suddenly we've seen it flip, ladies and gentlemen. That was potentially the one shot at glory. That was potentially the one shot at glory there. We'll see. It's a lot of Lings. The Stalkers are such a wide berth here, though. Maybe, just maybe, they have enough to last. It looks like that's exactly what will happen. A lot of them going down now, though. A lot of damage. Mid control still over in favor of our top team. The Gobos trying to continue to put pressure on. Reaper grenades all over the place. And it will be Teal holding on. Red going up for that tier 2 here. No gases yet, and I can't believe this stayed at 11. And here we see again, you need some Banelings to get through these Zealots or something, because this is too much soak and it's happening all over again. Hydra out here as well. Some Zealots up here to try to tank. Damage trying to come through. More charges, and ladies and gentlemen, it's flipped. I can't believe it. It's flipped with 11. And now it's the turn. It's the Squirter's turn to put some pressure, apply some pressure to the bunker. It's also the turn of Team Gobos to try to hold on. And they may have to use this bunker to do so. Damage comes through, and that's not a bad setup. Bunker is going to do some damage here against some of these units. Man, Yellow just has so many Lings, but so many have already gone down trying to win that previous fight. They are not going to survive moving forward. Are they going to last enough for Red to get up here and protect the bunker? The bunker is exposed. We have a whole bunch of Stalkers. The blink forward! The blink forward! And there it is, the response! You get our bunker down to 11. We will go ahead and kill yours. A huge death blow. What a smart play with the Stalkers. Triss really showing some great micro and awareness. And now it looks like what was so close. What was so close. Oh, feels bad, man. We do see immediately we have a gas, no gas yet for purple. We have gas up top. We have a gas here, and a gas here. Gas for everybody but purple. I will eat my words immediately and say, hey, guess what? Purple has a gas. Hydra's gonna do some excellent damage against these Archons. Storm giving me a tip here, it looks like. I think I see what he's saying. Well, I may have to figure that out another time. We do see the pressure going here. We have two tier 3s just up in the corner. Red's going tier 3. We have orange going tier 3 as well. So that's 2 tier 3s from the same team. That's a lot of resources. This is maybe what they have to do, though. Maybe they recognize it's dire straits, ladies and gentlemen. It's dire straits. These storms are, these Lings are just getting wrecked. Those storms are just savage. Oh, man. There's already going to be, once again, ladies and gentlemen, we have damage on the fortress. They actually, they chip in. Down towards bottom. Red trying to make it happen. but it's not going to. It's going to be very difficult against Teal here. I think that was their shining example, was to get that one. The photon cannon that never was. That could have been. Vanished. Down towards front. Zergling's gonna be doing some damage here, but mostly gonna be being damaged by storms. It's not gonna look too well. This is gonna be some more damage on the Nexus, and as long as that continues, this Nexus is gonna continue to take damage. Down to 17, down to 16, 1642. More damage. Storm's coming down. This actually just might be it. Will he go? No, he does not play it aggressive. 1366. He decides maybe an aggressive blink there would have. It's better to just let them soak the damage, take a little bit more time. But it's not quite gonna happen. Teal putting pressure on. We have Broodlords. Broodlord's not going to stop a lot of this damage from coming through. This actually might be it. All these units are up here. It's down to 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. So close. 501. Broodling's gonna get killed pretty quickly here. We have an Immortal that's gonna do some extra damage to the Planetary Fortress if he can get there, but it can't. These Broodlings are holding them back. It's so annoying. And they are trying to, it looks like they're trying to stack up quite a few of them. Would not be surprised to see these players start to go up into the air. Boom, we see Vikings here. Nothing from blue though. And we do see, there we go, a couple Voids as well as a Phoenix. So we do see the air battle. We've switched off the ground at about the 10:30 mark. That's a lot of Broodlords. Broodlords is the choice, ladies and gentlemen. It's just a ton of Broodlords. Oh my god! Broodlord stack? Broodlord, what? The 10? 9? Are these Hydras enough to kill these Voids? Because they're gonna keep... Man, that's so many Broodlords! That's... They're just locking it up right here! They can't go anywhere! Storms are gonna be huge, holy smokes, but the Broodlords! The Broodlords! If there's no way they get through this wave, right? There's no way. Okay. Oh. Wait. Wait, what? Maybe? I don't even know. I'm getting kind of weirded out here. Holy smokes, the Broodlords are working, ladies and gentlemen. Kind of. I don't know if it'll be enough. We do see red going up for the distance libs. Here comes blue's army. That stack was excellent. I don't know if it's going to be enough, though. So many broodlings. Wow. And if that keeps up, it might just work. This is insane. What am I seeing right now, ladies and gentlemen? Ooh. What are we seeing? There's no way. Did they just recross mid? Ooh. Did they just retake mid? I don't know what I'm seeing. I don't know if they're gonna be able to keep it up, but I can't believe they just fought their way back to mid. Well, I don't think it's enough. It's not gonna be enough. Unless they get a nice stack here. Actually, this might be too much damage right here. All these Void Rays are gonna be attacking. Can they do 500 damage in time? Yes, that's gonna be game. Wow. Close. I can't believe it. That was so close. I can't believe it. How did they almost did that? That was insane. I would have lost my mind if they did that. I can't believe it. Wow. Well, congratulations. We will see our defending champs back up in the finals. And that will be the next match we cast, ladies and gentlemen, will be the finals. So I will pull up the bracket for you. So I'll have the bracket up. You can see when the other match finishes, and as soon as we get the finals, so we may, it just depends on how long that other match is going to take, because that's the only other match that's playing. And they're currently in that match. So as soon as the finals are up, ladies and gentlemen, that'll be a best of 5, and we'll get that up on stream and get that cruising for you. All right. Thanks, guys. You're nuts. Keep it here. I think you guys are great. Thank you so much for being here. Happy Saturday, and we'll be right back with some finagle bagels. Okay. All right. We finagle the best bagels. If you've never seen a bagel finagle, you just wait. It's yeah, it's great. All right, guys, catch you soon.
is falling down. Summer rain is falling down. Summer rain is falling down. Summer rain is falling down.
All right, guys, we're just switching over to the European server, and then we will have this match up and going.
I used to be the one. I used to be a getaway dreamer. I couldn't get enough. Thinking that we would last forever. Don't know what you're thinking of. Slipping further out of reach. To the edge of town we could go. Away from all the world to see. You were wild trying to set yourself free. I didn't see the signs right in front of me. Oh, I'm running in the night so soon. I've got nothing left to lose. I'm leaving it all behind. Running in the night with you. I won't let you get away again. We can see it through till the end. used to be the one. I used to be your getaway dreamer. I couldn't get enough, thinking that we would last forever. I'm running in the night so soon. I've got nothing left to lose. I'm leaving it all behind. Running in the night with you. I won't let you get away again. We can see it through.
red here against yellow. But we also have red here, I'm sorry, against teal. So a format change here for teal. You can see this. Changing up, gain that back line here. Let's check our upgrades right now. Wow, that disruptor shot just absolutely blew up almost all those Marines in the center. Insane play. A little bit glitching out here. Getting crazy. We've got the 2 stacked up here and back. That was a ping from Jason. Maybe suggesting that they yep, it looks like they're gonna reorient from that little stack spot. This is too many Marauders. 1-1 Marauders against this many Stalkers is not gonna go well. That's gonna be some damage. You're gonna chip away at the shield just a little bit. It's a lot of bio in this game. Coming down and through. All right. Well, so far, no gases have been dropped. There hasn't been really significant pressure on either side. Right now, the advantage is going over to the Squirters, who have maintained this mid control ever so slightly. And that's all it takes. It's just this little slight control. Right now, red is really struggling to get through, and I just really feel like a wave of Zealots would be so beneficial, but I think that they're going to choose to continue on with these, they're going to choose to continue on with the Stalkers. Moving forward, they need this to actually do some damage here. Oh, it's taking a lot of damage. The photon cannon is down to 5, down to 4, 430, and it will be saved. And these storms are going to be huge. Storm, disruptor shot, Archons, are you kidding me? It's like a recipe for bio being absolutely crushed. Towards front now. Damage coming through from this cannon is pretty good. It's gonna help, that's for sure. Now, is this gonna be enough to survive here? That's the question. The Adepts do continue to have some survivability. If they can last a long enough time to get these 2 to stack up, that would be ideal, but it just doesn't seem like that's quite able to happen. I mean, it's crazy. Zealots have 150, like they soak quite a bit. Especially when you get an armor upgrade. Upgrades here for pink are 1-1. We have 1-1 for yellow as well, and we are going for 3 Tier 2 upgrades. Yellow, teal, and pink all have decided it's time for Tier 2. These disruptors are crushing it for orange. Orange is doing such a great job just countering bio as hard as possible. Some damage here potentially onto the photon cannon. 382 down to 328. Shots continuing to fire. 210. That Immortal was getting some pops off. And we need to see Pew Powa really locked us up to turn this around. Right now, it's just not enough survivability. The waves are ending far too quickly. See, these Zealots come forward and they just, I mean, I know that it's already a beaten army, but man, they come forward, they just soak so much. Even against this many, there's a good 3 seconds. And I think that may be all it takes. In this case, though, this is going to be really rough. Up to 2. You can see here the second attack upgrade. And here is a potential answer. The Ghost. And when I say potential, I meant that because it looks like they were going to have a bunker go down. 50, 210, 100, 38, 1, 0, done, out. attack is coming through. Pink trying to do a pretty good job. Now we do have the stack starting to happen with these stalkers, which is what they needed. But we'll have to see if it's actually going to end up being enough. Gas down for pink, gas down for blue, gas down for red. Up top, we have a gas down for teal. Nothing and nothing. So actually the losing team, the team that lost the bunker, ends up all dropping a gas. Yellow in a concave. Teal and yellow are stacking up medevacs, and this is going to make this even more potent as the pressure continues from the squirters. Moving into a bunch of stalkers. Almost a blink there from the Pew Pew Prince. Got the first one off, not the second one though. And that's some great micro. As soon as that's over, there's those units using that to blink backwards and make sure that they don't get one shot. We're going to see red also going for the tier 2 upgrade to unlock some more upgrades to get access to some more units. Right now it's looking pretty strong for Team Squirters, who are putting on a lot of pressure. The stack is now there is a stack here. I don't know if it's enough. This is a very potent little death ball right here. Well played. Those you can see they don't have those turned on right away. So the disruptor balls, the disruptor shots are coming out a little bit late. And that's what you want to do. You want to wait till there's a nice big stack of units. These stalkers are really starting to stack up. They've gone up to the upgrades at 2-2. Disruptor shots from pink now as well, but we do see some siege tanks in the back line. I would not be surprised to see some Colossus potentially hit the field, just given how much bio is out here, but at the same time, it could also be pretty detrimental. What the tank? What are you doing? It went all the way around over here. From like where? What? That pathing was nuts. Continuing to move forward here. Disruptor attack. These storms are savage. They aren't against bio though. These storms in this situation, they are going against a Protoss that can't regenerate shield, but they have to get they have to get out of combat to do so. And that does not look like that's going to happen anytime soon. Huge stack of siege tanks over on the right side of the screen. And this could be incredibly detrimental, especially if this stack continues forward. We may be seeing a very quick game number 1 here. Under 15 minutes. Nothing protecting these tanks. But this is going to seesaw. All these are going to be able to close in on them slowly but surely. And that's what we see happening. So it's an even trade, actually. Surprisingly, the siege tanks all go down except one. Nice blink backwards. Great blink back from Pew. Bio ball coming in. Wow, those disruptor shots are pretty good. Now it takes a while for these to charge up. You can see here down in the bottom. Is that going to get there in time? Those shots could be huge if they're able to do it. And yes, they do get off in time. And that gets a nice little chunk of damage there in the center. That could be enough. They are fighting back towards mid. Will they be able to do it? There are a ton of medevacs out here. These storms are huge and absolutely destroy the bio. The bio will have such a hard time, but there are still medevacs. There's still shots being fired. This siege tank, will it survive? No. 2 Immortals versus the siege tank. I wonder who wins. Big blink forward. Big blink forward here. Killing this army, great decision making, and now moving forward into the bio. These Immortals are going to have to do massive amounts of damage against both the Marauders and the Siege Tanks, but these Siege Tanks, this grouping over here is just too savage. Attacks move forward towards left side. And they're fighting. I mean, they fought. They're holding on, right? Pew Pow is holding on. They're doing a great job of utilizing micro, doing what they need to try to continue pushing towards mid and back onto the side of Team Squirters, but it's just not enough. If we look at the income here, you can see second gas just dropped there. Second gas dropped a little while ago for Gash. One, and one apiece. And those are all profiting full. Pointing out the ghosts there. Bio versus bio, tank versus tank, T versus T. There's just so many medevacs out here. Can they clear the wave of medevacs? Because those are stacking up, giving a lot of extra utility. But it doesn't matter. This orange, this bio ball, this death ball is so strong. The blink backwards. Continuing to force out from the shots the disruptor balls that are coming out. We'll see when somebody wants to go up to that tier 3. Towards front, damage coming through. It's just so tough. The siege is there. The siege is here constantly. We need to see some kind of an ability. And there it is. We see the tier 3 right here on Teal. Teal going up for Liberators is going to go for that tier 3, is going to get the expanded range from the tier 3, and these are going to sit behind. They're going to continue to put on the pressure. This is a great play, and it's going to be very, very difficult for Pew Powa to come back from that. Once those get out there, that's going to be rough, and it's actually going to happen just in time. Watch, there it is. You see that as soon as tier 3 finishes, they get the upgrade, and they're going to be able to siege from so far away, and there's nothing that Red's going to be able to do. There's only 2 Void Rays over here. Will they be enough to get through? There's already Vikings out for Teal as well to try to deal with this. And you can see, look at these Liberators having a field day. One goes down. Second one goes down, still 2 alive. And they have called GG. So that will be game number 1 going in favor of Team Squirters. We will have to see what happens in game number 2. Calling it there, no way to come back. A little bit too much pressure. We'll have to see what happens in the early game of this next game number 2. This is a best of 5 series, as a reminder. Best of 5. We'll see what they can do. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day so far. My name is Vex. Looks like we'll take a quick bathroom break here. So we will. I'll go back over to the finagle, guys. We'll be right back.